Episode 15, The Deadly Encounter, a confrontation with a mysterious creature in the forest. The rainforest had become a surreal battleground, a place where the laws of nature seemed to have been suspended. Anya and her diminished team were haunted by the specter of betrayal, their trust in each other frayed. Yet the fight to protect the rainforest raged on, a relentless struggle against both human and unseen forces. As they delved deeper into the heart of the jungle, they encountered phenomena that defied explanation. Strange lights danced in the night sky, eerie sounds echoed through the canopy, and the behavior of the wildlife grew increasingly erratic. It was as if the rainforest itself was in a state of panic, a living organism sensing an impending doom. Then came the reports of disappearances. Indigenous tribes living on the fringes of the forest spoke of people vanishing without a trace, their homes left untouched, as if they had been swallowed by the earth. Anya knew these were not mere tales, they were signs of something sinister lurking within the depths of the jungle. Fear, a constant companion, took on a new dimension. The unknown was no longer a mere abstraction, but a tangible threat. The team moved through the forest with a heightened sense of awareness, their eyes scanning the undergrowth for any sign of danger. One night, as they were setting up camp, a chilling scream pierced the silence. It was a sound unlike anything they had ever heard, a mixture of terror and agony that sent shivers down their spines. Intuition, honed by their experiences in the jungle, told them they were not alone. They grabbed their weapons, their hearts pounding in their chests. As they ventured into the darkness, a sense of dread washed over them. The forest seemed to be alive with an unnatural energy. The trees creaked and groaned, their branches twisting in the still night. Strange shadows danced in the moonlight, taking on grotesque shapes, and then they saw it. A creature emerged from the shadows, a being unlike anything they had ever encountered. It was bipedal, its body covered in thick, leathery skin. Its eyes, glowing an eerie red, seemed to pierce the darkness. But it was the creature's mouth that was truly terrifying, a gaping maw filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth. The creature let out a roar that shook the ground, a sound that seemed to echo their own terror. The team fired their weapons, but the bullets seemed to bounce off its hide. It charged, its movements surprisingly agile for a creature of its size. The ensuing battle was a blur of motion and sound. The creature, impervious to their weapons, fought with a savage ferocity. They retreated, fighting a rearguard action, their survival instincts taking over. As dawn broke, the creature vanished, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The team was shaken, their sense of invulnerability shattered. They had faced the unknown, and it had been a terrifying encounter. The creature was a harbinger, a sign of things to come. The rainforest was changing, and with it, the creatures that inhabited it. Anya and her team knew they were in a race against time. They had to find a way to stop whatever was causing these mutations before it was too late. The encounter with the monstrous creature was a turning point. It marked a shift from the relatively familiar dangers of the jungle to the realm of the unknown, the terrifying. The team was no longer simply explorers or environmentalists, they were soldiers in a war against an unseen enemy. The creature became the focus of their investigations. They studied indigenous folklore, seeking clues to its origin. They examined the remains of the battle, searching for physical evidence, anything that could help them understand the creature and its purpose. Their research led them to a disturbing conclusion: the creature was not a product of nature but a result of human experimentation. The same government agency responsible for the initial contamination of the rainforest was behind this new horror. They had created a monster, a weapon of unimaginable power. Fear, once a constant companion, transformed into a cold, calculating resolve. They were not just fighting to save the rainforest, they were fighting to prevent a global catastrophe. The creature was a harbinger, a warning of what was to come. The team realized they needed to escalate their efforts. They reached out to journalists, to politicians, to anyone who would listen. They exposed the government's dark secrets, revealing the extent of their reckless experimentation. The world was shocked. The revelation of a government-created monster ignited a global outcry. Protests erupted, demanding accountability. The pressure on the government to act was immense. But the government was not about to surrender without a fight. They launched a counterattack, discrediting Anya and her team, painting them as eco-terrorists. They used their influence to suppress the truth, to control the narrative. Anya and her team found themselves in the crosshairs. They were hunted, their lives in constant danger. But they refused to be silenced. They continued to expose the truth, to fight for the survival of the planet. The battle was far from over. The creature was still out there, a lurking threat. And the government, desperate to contain the situation, was capable of anything. Anya and her team knew they were facing a formidable enemy, an enemy with unlimited resources and a complete disregard for human life. But they were also aware of their own strength, their unwavering determination to protect the planet. The road ahead was fraught with danger, but they were ready. They were the last line of defense, the guardians of a world on the brink.